Hey there, Rams. I'm sports anchor Jason Ortiz.
And I'm sports anchor AJ Montgomery, and we have the latest news in CSU sports.
After knocking off the 1-28 Air Force Falcons last Friday, Women's Mountain West Head Coach of the Year, Ryan Williams, and his #1 seeded Rams headed off to Las Vegas, Nevada for the Mountain West Tournament. Led by Mountain West Player of the Year, Ellen Nystrom, the Rams took on the Aztecs of San Diego State and came out victorious with a score of 53-41. Getting over that first-round hump definitely is a big upside for the Rams, who struggled offensively in this game and leaned on their defense to get that Rams in a big second-round win. Eileen Gustafsson had an absolutely phenomenal game, scoring 21 points and pulling down 7 rebounds. Coach Ryan Williams said that he is proud of his team's defensive effort, but they need to score more points in the games to come. CSU will be playing the New Mexico Lobos in the semifinals tomorrow night at 6:30. You can watch live at www.themw.com/2016.
Colorado State redshirt senior guard Antoine Scott has been named second team All-Mountain West. He was the only player to be named to one of the 3 teams for the season. Scott is averaging 16.4 points per game and ranks in the top 40 in the NCAA Division I in three-pointers made, 3-pointers per game, and 3-point field goal percentage. Also is tied for second in CSU's single-season history with 88 three-pointers, just 2 shy of the school record. Not to forget, but senior forward Teal Daniels and junior forward Emilio Mogobo also earned honorable mention recognitions as well. The Rams aren't quite done with their season yet. They're the 6th seed in the Mountain West Tournament and will be facing the San Jose State Spartans, the 12th-seeded team in the opening round Wednesday, March 9th at 5 p.m. This game will be broadcasted on the Mountain West Network, with the winner playing the #3 seed Boise State Broncos on Thursday, March 10th. Congratulations to the men who received the awards, and good luck to the whole team pushing forward for the Mountain West Trophy.
As a handful of CSU track and field athletes are headed to Birmingham, Alabama, one male stands out the most. Freshman Mustafa Hassan throws shot put and discus for the Rams, and it only took him 2 meets in a CSU uniform to qualify for the NCAA Indoor National Championships on March 11th and 12th. After one of his practices, I asked Mustafa what he would like to accomplish at Nationals, and here's what he had to say.
I just want to do my best, maybe like be in the top 3. I would be so happy because I wasn't training 100% this season, so I'll just want to throw good, and even if I don't get top 3, if I perform well and do what I have to do, then I'll be happy.
Colorado State women's softball team hosted the University of Nebraska-Omaha here in Fort Collins. The Rams pulled out a 11-3 victory, which propelled them to the 4th consecutive win. The Rams also faced the University of Idaho State, but didn't play as well of offense as the first game, and went home with a 7-11 loss, which then snapped their 4-game win streak. The softball team's next game is March 16th at 3 p.m. against the neighboring school, University of Northern Colorado.
With all the softball this weekend, there had to be some top plays, and Madison Gilcrease had not 1, but 2 very good catches. Check them out.
Get yourself out of here and get 2 more outs. There's a high pop fly out to center. Madison Gilcrease crashes it.
It really has.
There's a high pop out to center field. Gilcrease makes another catch.
Some great catches, but not to be overshadowed this morning. Junior shortstop Haley Hutton earned this week's Softball Mountain West Athlete of the Week. And you can say she earned this one by a long shot. After racking up 3 RBI triples in 2 games on Sunday, Hutton finished the weekend with a .727 batting average, which is a ridiculous number. But not only did she do it with her bat, she also threw out plenty of runners from the shortstop position, showing off her great arm. Hutton looks to continue her success as the Rams head down to Greeley for a rematch with Northern Colorado on March 16th. All right, it's time for our game we like to play called Who's Your Baller? So this week, me and AJ we pick a player from each team, from the men's and women's basketball team, and whoever has a better stat line gets a point. So let's take a look at the scoreboard from this last week.
4-2, baby.
It says 4-2, but you know, we picked our athletes last night. So unfortunately for AJ, my girl, Jamie Patrick, did outscore Ellen Nystrom, which if we take a look right now, we're going to talk about our guys first. And I went with John Gillen, averaging 13.1 points per game, shoots 38%, but when he's hot, he can shoot the lights out from behind the three-point line. Last game, only put up 8 points against San Jose State, but he can show out sometimes.
Yeah,
Who'd you have this week?
I liked your pick, Jason, but, I had to go with my pick of Antoine Scott. He's averaging 16.4 points per game, which is an outstanding number, and his field goal percentage is around 43%. Also, his three-point field goal percentage is 42%, which is outstanding. In his last game against San Jose State, he dropped 23 points. Team high.
He did kill it last time, but you never know who's going to come out and step up. So as we talked about, our girls already played, which we picked, and I went with Jamie Patrick, but you went with Ellen Nystrom.
I stuck with Ellen Nystrom for this one. I thought she was going to have a good game because last game she had only 9 points, but 9 assists, that's a...
She leads the team in assists.
Yeah.
She finished top 5 in the Mountain West in assists.
Yeah, that's my pick, but...
Unfortunately, today she only put up 6 points. And Jamie Patrick, who is averaging 13.2 points per game, she only put up 9 points because Aline Gustafsson just balled out today.
Yep.
So for all your live updates on men and women's basketball during the Mountain West tournament, make sure you follow Travis Green, Keegan Pope, and Emmett McCarthy on Twitter.
Did you get your free pancakes today? Entertainment anchor Nicole Hines did, and she has all the entertainment from IHOP.
Stay tuned.
I can treat you like a matador. Dodo!
During a night off for most of the team, Carrie, Tony, and Jessica still show up to practice one of the most intriguing club sports at Colorado State. Based off the sport from the Harry Potter series, they play Quidditch.
Quidditch is inspired by Quidditch and Harry Potter in the novels, but we don't use all of the same rules and regulations in the book. For example, we do play until the snitch is caught, but the snitch in Muggle Quidditch is only worth 30 points, not 150 points. Scoring the quaffle through the hoops is worth 10 points each, just like it is in the books. On offense, you fake people out too, so you get both the fake out and the following aspect, and it's good for that.
Feeling magically inspired, I decided to take a crack at learning the ropes myself.
First thing, you need a broom.
All right.
That's what we call a broom. These are just lengths of PVC, standardized length. We tend to find that the ones with real bristles really tear up the back of your thighs when you're playing. Careful not to dismount. You need a headband.
Okay.
Black for beaters, white for chasers.
I like that whenever I'm walking around or like whenever I meet new people, they're like, oh, so what do you do at CSU? And I could be like, oh yeah, I play Quidditch in my free time. And the answer is always, oh, whoa, I didn't know that was a thing. So that's fun.
Yeah, just like that.
So those of you that aren't Harry Potter fans, that would normally get turned on. It's a lot of fun as a physical activity. And of course, if you are, then do it.
So the big question is, why? Why play Quidditch? Is it to relive nostalgia from one of the most beloved franchises of all time?
As a kid, I was obsessed with Harry Potter, and that never left. When I got it, I just loved it. Like, it's so different from anything else I do in life, and it's so different from anything I've done that, like, I can't get enough of it.
Good practice tonight, guys.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Bogarts, we are your worst nightmare!
Brett Kennedy, CTV Sports.
For Ram Sports, I'm sports anchor Molly Baltzer. By my side, sports anchor Carly Schwartzkopf.
Let's have a look at the world of Ram Sports, Molly.
Both the Colorado State women's and men's basketball teams are in Las Vegas tonight for the Mountain West Championships. The women's team is in the semifinal round of the tournament, playing the New Mexico Lobos at 7:30. If the Colorado State women's team wins tonight, they will advance to the championship game. Let's see what Coach Ryan Williams had to say about the tournament and the game against San Diego State.
You have to get settled in, and when you're the 1 seed, that's sometimes difficult. Everybody here wants the Rams to lose, right? Everybody. We know that, and so maybe it's human nature to feel that a little bit, but you've got to get that out of your system. And I think as that game progressed, the kids did a nice job of playing like we're capable of playing.
Carly, Coach Ryan Williams said it. No one wants to see the Rams win. They are on a win streak right now, but they do play the Lobos tonight. The Lobos are 17-14 overall and 9-9 in the Mountain West. How do you think they're going to do tonight against the Lobos?
I think they're going to do well. I mean, all season they have played well. They just won conference. I feel like they're on this really high right now, and I think they're going to keep it rolling. You know, Coach said that everybody wants the Rams to lose, and I think they're going to use that to fuel them and get the W.
I completely agree. I think tonight that win streak is going to continue.
March 5th marked the last regular season game for Colorado State seniors Joe Decima, Fred Richardson, Antoine Scott, and T.L. Daniels. Together, the four seniors combined 34 points, 22 rebounds, and 7 assists, helping the Rams defeat the Air Force Falcons 87-73. The first half of the game was a pure battle of defense, with the Rams shooting at 23% from the field and the Falcons at 36%. It's safe to say both teams were there to get the rebound but couldn't make the shot. Going into halftime, the Rams trailed by 3 points, possibly due to a big speech from the seniors. The Rams came out in the second half with fire. From the floor, the Rams were shooting 65%, and from the three, 69%. Really working as a team and always finding the open man helped the Rams to have a big win on senior night. Molly, the Rams have struggled this season. It's been obvious, but I feel like they're going to pull through in this tournament. What do you think?
I think so too. I mean, something must have happened in that last game. Like you said, they weren't shooting very good at first, but in the second half, they came back. They had energy. I think that's going to continue into tonight, and I think they're going to surprise us.
Yeah, I agree. Right now, the Rams are playing in Las Vegas, and the score right now is 43-24. Rams are up. The number 6 seed Rams are playing playing San Jose State, number 11 ranked team, but I think they're going to pull through. It's pretty obvious with the score right now. The winner will take on the number 3 ranked Boise State Broncos, Game 7, Thursday, March 10th.
The Colorado State lacrosse team broke even this past weekend, defeating the Boise State Broncos and losing to the Oregon Ducks. This past Friday night, the Rams beat the Broncos 9-7, starting the season off strong. Boise State fired a total of 17 shots on goal, but CSU's junior goalie Jake Bender only let in 7. The Rams took some of the winning energy to their next game against the Ducks with a 6-4 lead in the third quarter. But the Rams couldn't hold strong, losing in double overtime, making the Ducks advance to a 5-1 record. The Rams go to California this weekend to play the University of California, Berkeley on Saturday and Sonoma State University on Tuesday.
If you're looking to get creative over spring break, Molly and I have created a list of some interesting sports you could try out. In Finland, a popular sport known as wife carrying could be fun to try. The winner receives a wife's body weight in beer only if the participant can complete a challenging obstacle course. I know probably nobody has a wife, or maybe they do, but if not, maybe you could find a cute girl on the beach and give it a try.
Hey, why not? Who doesn't like beer on spring break?
Exactly.
But if you aren't feeling like carrying anything and just so happen to be next to a volcano, you could try volcano surfing. The sport has athletes ride down on slopes that are covered in volcano ash using a surfboard.
And finally, if you have any free time and are next to a bridge, you could play a game of poo sticks. You and some friends drop some sticks off a bridge and then race as fast as you can to the other side to see who can pick up the stick first. Coming up after the break, a look at one of the most highly anticipated shows this season.
Plus, students at CSU are designing unique dresses from recycled and repurposed material. Entertainment anchor Emma Iannacone will have the details.
The Colorado State women's basketball team is advancing to the Mountain West Tournament Championship. This comes after the 60-42 win that the Rams just picked up over New Mexico. 3 players for the Rams scored in double figures, and again, Elin Gustafsson leads the Rams in points. She scores 18 tonight, scored 21 just yesterday, has another big game for the Rams here. And if you look at the tournament here, pick up the win against New Mexico tonight. We are waiting to see the winner of the Fresno State UNLV game. Whoever wins that will meet up with the Rams in the championship game, which will be played on Friday at noon. 12 p.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Mountain time. They have the day off tomorrow, and we'll have all your coverage of that at collegian.com. For CTV Sports, I'm Travis Green.
I think we expected Fresno to get all the way through on that side. They're just a really tough team, so there's no surprise there. So 1 and 2, it's with the bracket how it was set up, and we'll see what happens. I'm just happy that this group is in the finals. You know, it's been our goal all year long to put ourselves in this position to compete for a chance to go to the national tournament, the NCAAs, and we're one game away from it. And so I'm happy that we put ourselves in this position. It's not easy getting here, just to get here. But we need to make the most of this opportunity, regardless of who we're playing. We need to get this done.
Coach, ever since you guys got here, and even the entire regular season, even it seems like the players, this has been their focus, making the championship game here. And now it's finally there. I mean, the team has done a good job at staying focused all year, especially with the undefeated and Mountain West play. But is this more of a challenge for you to keep them totally focused and make sure the nerves aren't playing a big role now that it's actually here?
I don't think so. I trust this team. I trust the leadership of this team, and we have for 30 plus games now. What are we, 30-1? 30-1. So 31 games. These kids they've had the right mindset every day and every night they've taken the floor. They have. And I think our coaching staff's done a tremendous job, but these kids have done a tremendous job of always being ready to play. And they've always put themselves in a position to win, and that's all you can ask as a coach. So will there be the nerves and all? Yeah, there's going to be that. I mean, watch all these big games. You just got to get settled in, and I thought that's where we were really good last night. We got settled into that game a lot earlier than we did against San Diego State. But these kids, they'll be ready to go, no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I wouldn't want to play any other team but Fresno. I think that we have a lot of tension, these two teams, so it'll be a fun game. I think we have some revenge from last year or 2 years ago, and also from senior night. Like, we want to beat them again. So yeah, I wouldn't want to play any other team.
Well, it's finally here.
Yeah.
It seems like you guys have waited for this all season. I was talking to Coach about it. You've talked about championship game, all regular season now, the whole time you guys have been here. What's it like knowing that game is tomorrow?
It's exciting. We've been waiting. Well, I feel like we waited 2 years for this because they beat us 2 years ago. And of course, we waited since last year. Like, I was talking to another interviewer and I said, our season just started now. Like, it's been preseason until this point of time. This is what we want. We want to be in this championship game. We want to play Fresno, and we want to beat them. So we have everything in front of us. We just need to go get it.
Will nerves play a role at all? Obviously, you guys are going to naturally be nervous. It's the big game.
I think more excited than nervous. I think that we have a lot of returners. We have a lot of players that have played in big games, so it's not new to us. But of course, it's new to play a championship game against Fresno. But I'm more excited than nervous, and I'm ready.
Well, we just had practice. We're just trying to be stay locked in, but at the same time, be positive and not too stiff. Be very oh, okay, we're super excited game tomorrow. We just feel like we need to relax, have fun, be locked in at the same time. And I feel like we're doing a really good job right now.
Good evening, Rams. We've got a lot going on in the world of Ram sports, so we are going to get right into it, starting with the women's basketball team. The Rams are headed to their third ever Mountain West Championship game on Friday after beating the New Mexico Lobos 60-42 on Wednesday in the semifinals. The #1 Rams will take on #2 Fresno State at noon on Friday. The last time the Rams played Fresno State, they clinched the Mountain West title with a 68-55 win. If the Rams win Friday afternoon, they will make it to the NCAA tournament, and the Rams have missed making the tournament the last 2 years after winning the Mountain West regular season title. Needless to say, a lot is on the line for these girls, and it will be a battle throughout the whole game. Now for the men's basketball team. With their win against San Jose State on Wednesday, the Rams are moving on to play Boise State at 9:30 tonight. And although it doesn't look like they will be making a run in the NCAA tournament, the Rams have already been invited to a tournament. Coach Larry Eustace didn't announce which one on Tuesday. Eustace clearly wants to focus on the game in front of them. And senior Teal Daniels and his teammates will be quick to accept an offer to continue playing, saying, "We want to keep playing basketball as long as we can if we have the opportunity to. We don't want to stop. It's all we have as seniors, and I'm sure the juniors and sophomores and the younger guys feel the same way we do." Our very own Travis Green is out at the tournament, so make sure to check out his recap after the game on our YouTube channel. And the NCAA Indoor Track and Field Championships is taking place this weekend, and the Rams have 3 athletes participating. Jefferson Abbey, Mustafa Hassan, and Terrell Mock will all be representing the green and gold in Alabama.
Abby and Mock are both 10th seeds in their long distance events. Hassan will be 14th in the men's shot put. Hassan will also be participating in the IAAF Indoor Track and Field World Championships in Portland on the 18th. And it's a pretty exciting time in Ram athletics, so make sure to check back after spring break to catch up on everything you missed over break. And an exclusive interview with Courtney is up next, so don't go away.
The Colorado State men's basketball team is headed to the Mountain West Tournament semifinals. This comes after the upset win over number 3 Boise State 88-81, and this one was an offensive shootout all night long. In the first half, we were all tied up 45-45, but then second half, the Rams just barely squeaked by with the win. Both teams had 4 players in double figures in this one, but when we look at the Rams offensively, Antoine Scott led the way. He had 23 points in this one, 7 assists, and was a playmaker all night long. And then his teammate John Gillen was efficient. 6 of 7 from the field, who also scored in 20 points. He put up 20. The Rams' next matchup will be against Fresno State tomorrow in the semifinals. That's going to be at 8:30 tomorrow. That's Pacific time, Mountain time, 9:30. We'll have all your coverage of that at collegian.com. For CTV Sports, I'm Travis Green.